Welcome to History Who's Who. Who is Ada Lovelace? Ada Lovelace was an English mathematician and scientist and was born on the 10th of November 1815. Her full name is actually Augusta Ada King Noel, Countess of Lovelace. She is now thought to be one of the pioneers of early computers. As a young girl, she was fascinated with maths and science, and at 17 years old, she met a man called Charles Babbage, who had designed a cogwheel calculating machine. Ada was amazed by the model that he had made, and they soon became good friends. In 1834, Charles Babbage began work on another, more elaborate computer called the analytical engine, and it had been thought that Ada only had a small part to play in the design. However, modern research has now suggested that Ada played a huge part in designing and writing the programs for the machine. But neither Ada or Charles Babbage ever saw it working in their lifetime. Ada died aged 36 on November the 27th, 1852. The full-size working machine from the designs of Ada and Charles were not made until 2002 by a team of scientists at the London Science Museum. Ada is now regarded as the first ever computer programmer, and that's Ada Lovelace.
Ada Lovelace wrote the world's first machine algorithm for an early computing machine that existed only on paper. Of course, someone had to be the first, but Lovelace was a woman, and this was in the 1840s. Lovelace was a brilliant mathematician, thanks in part to opportunities that were denied most women of that time. Ada Byron Lovelace was a teenager when she met Cambridge mathematical professor Charles Babbage, who had invented the difference engine. Babbage never built the actual machine due to personal setbacks and financing difficulty. In 1834, he had moved on to design his analytical engine. This machine also lacked financing and was never built. Babbage's difference engine was finally constructed in 2001 and it worked. In 1842, Babbage gave a lecture on the engine at the University of Turin, Louis Menabrea, to transcribe into French. Ada, in that moment in her late 20s and now as a Countess of Lovelace, added her own notes to the lecture, which ended up being 3 times as long as the actual transcript. She predicted the machine like the analytical engine could be used to compose music, produce graphics, and be useful to science. Of course, all that came true in another 100 years. Ada was tutoring in mathematics and science. Ada excelled in all her studies and her interests were wide-ranging. Ada became a baroness in 1835 when she got married William King, the 8th Baron King. The two had 3 children. She became Countess of Lovelace when her husband was elevated to heir of Lovelace. Lovelace died of cancer in 1832 when she was only 36 years old. More than 100 years later, we remember her contribution to science and engineering in the celebration of Ada Lovelace Day on October 13.